This is a basic lab for the DNS. I will take one switch. I will say here I have some PC here, and then I have one server here, another server here. Just I am creating one scenario. Okay, this one here. This is a small lab. Okay, so now what we can do, we can assign some IP here. So let me put some IP here. I can put the label. This is 192.168.1.1 I am putting here. Imagine this is the IP of server, so we will assign the IP here. I will put gateway we don't use, and DNS server I will give any IP. Let me give 192.168.1.2. This is the DNS IP I am giving, so you should have one DNS server with this IP. So we will say this is a DNS server, and here I am going to give the IP 192.168.1.2. Okay, so here I can assign this here, and here this is only the DNS I put. What I done, just I put the IP address here, and this is the, imagine this is a Google server. We can say this is a Google server. So google.com, this one. So let me assign any IP to this machine. We can say we will have 192.168.1.3 here, and I go to this computer. I will assign this here, and gateway we don't have, but DNS I will put 1.2, right? DNS is 1.2. DNS IP, whatever the DNS server IP. In the real scenario, if you are using the local DNS, you will put local DNS IP. If you are not using the local DNS, then you are going to put the Google IP, Google DNS IP. So our DNS server IP is 1.2. This IP is our Google DNS. Still I did not configure the DNS. Generally in the company you will not configure the DNS. There is a server team separately. They will do everything about the DNS, DHCP, and the Active Directory, all the stuff. So if you see here, this is a PC example. If I go in the browser, if I type here like www.google.com, it will not work because I am typing with name, and still our DNS server is not configured. If we configure, this server will say this google.com is having this IP, go to this server, so it will work. But now we did not configure anything, so when we type like this, you will get here the error. Excuse me. After some time you will get one error saying that this site is having the issue, you cannot resolve. Okay, here you will get the error. If you see here, host name unresolved, so no one is there to convert this google.com into IP. You can type and wait, or if you don't want to wait, you can press this button fast forward. With this one you can do fast, no need to wait. So here when I am typing this google.com, it is giving the host unreachable. But if I type the IP, because here in our scenario we know that Google IP is 192.168.1.1. If I type like this 192.168.1.1, press enter, see this site is opening. So we can say site is working with the IP address, but when I type www.google.com, it is not working because here our DNS server is not configured. So when you have the DNS, then the request will come here. They will ask, I need to go to google.com. What is the IP of google.com? So this guy will give this IP. It will go here, then this guy will access the server. So here in the packet tracer we can configure the DNS. Click here the DNS and power on the DNS, and here we can add the entry name. Here we can give example, I can write www.google.com, and here what is a google.com IP, we can give example google.com IP is 192.168.1.1. this one I am saying Google, and press here. So now they have the record. They are saying if anyone want to go to google.com, that IP will be this 1.1. so now if we go here and if we type here, it should work. And also you need to remember, in the IP address you need to define also in the IP address here this server IP, DNS IP, then only the DNS request will go to this server. If you forget to write this, the DNS packet will not come here. Okay, so now here what we can say, we have one browser. In the browser we can type google.com. If I write here www.google.com, see, it is working. Before, when I type google.com, it is not working. Now how it is working? First the packet is coming here to get the information, DNS server, and because this PC is having the DNS entry, if you see here in the IP address we told DNS server IP is this one. If you are getting any like name, if you don't know how to go, just forward that to DNS will give you the IP referring to that name. So he will get back and he will transfer the traffic to that server. If you want, we can do one more thing. I will go in the simulation so you can see the packets also. Here I will go to this PC 1.4, and in that one I will say I want to access the Google server. So if you see here, I am writing Google server. When I press this one, if you see what I am getting here, here if you see this IP, what is present in this IP, this is ARP packet. ARP is get ARP address. If you remember, ARP is going to get the MAC address over the IP address. So that is one packet. Another packet what we have here, let me click and open here. If you see here, this is a DNS packet. If you see DNS header, so DNS query packet, DNS is asking I want to go to this google.com, what is the IP address of this one. This will go to where? It will go to the DNS server. If you see, source is this one. Source means who is sending that one, 192.168.1.4. Going where? Going to destination. This is a DNS server IP. So our computer is sending from this place to this place, asking that one, I want to go to this website, can you give me the IP of this website? Okay, so then this packet will come here to the switch. Switch is not having entry, he will do the broadcast, all the other guys will reject, and this guy will reply back. If you see, this entry is coming back. If you open, you can see what is present in this one. This is the ARP packet we have, ARP, and if you see, here is the DNS reply packet. So if you see in the DNS reply packet, what you are getting here, the query packet, let me first he get the ARP. After that we will send here. Okay, we are sending here, so let me send again. It will send, see, this is the DNS packet. First ARP packet go and they bring the MAC address, but this is a DNS, they are asking I need to go here, what is the IP. So it will go to the DNS server here. It come to DNS server, he is going to reply back, and if you open and check here what is he is sharing in that one. In the outbound you need to check. Inbound means the packet is going in, outbound means it is going out. So he is going to send the information. If you see DNS answer, he asks here DNS query means he is asking I need to go to www.google.com. So DNS server is answering that one. He is saying if you want to go to www.google.com, then that is you need to go to this IP. This is IP of the google.com. In our lab scenario we are saying, in the real scenario Google IP is different. If you are confused, instead of google.com you can write xyzabc.com. So what I am saying, this computer is sending the query packet. First ARP packet is going, and ARP packet is going to get the MAC address over the IP address, because when we want to send any frame, any packet in the Ethernet technology, we should have the source IP, source MAC address, destination IP, destination MAC address. So we have the destination MAC address, we don't have the, we have the source MAC address, destination IP address, but we don't have the destination MAC address. So with the help of ARP packet we are getting that one. After that the DNS query packet go, and they are asking to the DNS server, I want the IP of this website. So DNS server is answering that one. He is saying this is the website and IP for that one is this one. So this packet will come here, it will go back to this machine, then this machine is going to send one packet. In that one you can find the information. He is sending the ARP ARP packet to get the MAC address of this one. Once this MAC address will come back here, then he will send the actual data packet. If you see actual data packet, what you have, inbound means it is going into the switch, outbound means it is leaving the switch. So here you can see what information you have. Source IP is this one, means coming from where, this packet is coming from where, 192.168.1.4, going where, 192.168.1.1, going to 192.168.1.1. What is 192.168.1.1? That is a Google server in our scenario. So now they have the IP, so they can directly send here. Okay, so it will go here, and when you check here, it will come the reply also back, and you can see here in this computer you will able to access the website now. If you see here, or let me make to real scenario, and you can see you can access the internet. So what activity is happening here? If you see here, first this machine don't know the MAC address of this server, and this machine don't know the MAC address of this server. So ARP, they are sending address resolution protocol, is a protocol which is going to get the MAC address over the IP address. So they are saying I have this IP, I need the MAC address. So this guy give the MAC address. Then he send the DNS query packet saying that one I want to go to this Google server. What is the IP of that one? Because this database, they have the database of all the IP with the domain names. So he give that one Google server IP is this one. So this guy received that one. Now he need to send the information traffic to this server. He don't have the MAC address, so again ARP packet go here, and ARP get the MAC address from here to here. ARP is going and getting the MAC address of this IP. When MAC is came back here, this PC is going to send the actual packet, that is a whatever the www.google.com's request we are sending, that go here, and data come back, and you can see in your browser. So with the help of DNS, so DNS is nothing but domain name server. What is the role of this one? He is going to translate the domain name into IP address. He is going to translate the domain name into IP address, and it is simple. Just you need to remember, DNS stands for domain name system or domain name server. The job of this one is DNS translate the domain name into IP address. Okay, so some companies are having their own DNS server, and if the company is small, they will use the Google DNS or any other DNS, so automatically it will work. Okay, I hope it is clear. So let me stop.